My wife 29F and I 31M have been together for 8 years. We have a 5-year-old daughter. My wife's best friend 29F Laura had a bad divorce. I don't know the details, but my wife told me the kids wanted to live with their father, so she only visits them, and it has made her depressed. 6 months ago, my wife told me Laura invited her and a few other friends to a girls-only vacation. I was supportive, told her to have fun. The vacation was 3 days long. She left on Friday, came back on late Sunday. I asked her a lot of questions as she didn't pick up the phone Saturday night. She made up an excuse and seemed very uncomfortable, so I dropped the subject. Ever since then, she was acting weird. Sometimes she was crying alone for no reason. When I asked what's wrong, I never got a straight answer. Other times, she was extra attentive, telling me what a great father I am, what an amazing husband, etc. It was weird. Not unpleasant, just weird. I honestly forgot about the whole thing until last weekend. The husband of one of my wife's friends wrote to me and invited me to a group chat. On it, the guy shared pictures of his wife, my wife, Laura, and some other girls partying on a beach. The pictures during the day were normal, but by the time the sun was setting, they got visibly drunk. There are some shirtless men who joined them at some point. As the night progressed, they went into an expensive-looking place where they took more pictures. Most of it is just drunk posing in various parts of that house, but there are some where the men are groping them, and by the looks of it, they are encouraging them to continue. Then the pictures get weirder. I would never ever have thought my wife would act like that. She's like a completely different person on those pictures. They took off their bikini tops, and then there are photos of them kissing with the men. What's weird is, the girls don't even look like they are aware of being photographed. I asked the guy where he got these photos. He didn't tell me. It didn't take a genius to figure it out. The only person who wasn't photographed topless was Laura. I showed them to my wife, who broke down crying. I asked her what happened. She told me Laura kept ordering them drinks, one after the other. Then the guys arrived, and they were very charming. Laura wanted another drink. The guys offered to pay for all of their drinks. My wife says she wanted to stop, but they always pressured her into one last drink. One of the guys had a house near the beach, and she thinks Laura talked them into going, but she doesn't remember clearly. The guys gave them more drinks in the house, some kind of homemade cocktail. Then nothing. I asked her if she remembers what happened after. She says she remembers kissing one of the guys, then going upstairs with him, and she had trouble walking up the stairs. She told me she doesn't remember it clearly, but she knows they didn't use protection. She says it felt weird, like she didn't forget about it. She just didn't care. She says they might have put something in their drinks. The next morning, she woke up naked next to the guy and realized what happened. All of her friends were freaking out, and they quickly left. We haven't been together since. We barely looked at each other. Our daughter figured out something is very wrong, but neither of us told her anything. Yesterday, she begged me to forgive her. She said she told me everything she knows, and I believe her. She said Laura kept telling them her bees through the whole trip and encouraged them to flirt and have fun. Things got out of hand, and while they didn't force her physically, she wasn't herself and would never have cheated on me. They are no longer friends with Laura. She confirmed what I already suspected. She made those creepy pictures. I asked her, why would Laura take those pictures, then send them to one of her friend's husband? She said she doesn't know. I asked her if she thinks she was raped, would she be willing to go to the police? She said no. I spoke with the other husbands. Their story matches what my wife told me. Laura encouraged the drinking, talked them into partying with the guys. No memory of the night, only flashes. Huge headache next morning. Today, I told her I want a divorce. I can't imagine kissing her anymore. That image of her, making out with that guy, both nearly naked, makes me want to vomit. She told me I'm cruel, and asked me to reconsider. I told her if I was cruel, I would have told her to go back to that shirtless guy and cry to him. She got angry and told me I have no idea what she went through, then left. Am I the asshole here?